Hi, David.
Hi, James.
I've had the pleasure of knowing you now for several years, but for the people here that don't have that opportunity up until this point, would you mind introducing yourself, starting out with, what color are you?
James, I'm a high yellow, as yellow as this lovely rose is here next to me now.
Okay. So, would you mind just introducing yourself a little bit and telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm David Beeney, married to Caroline with two lovely children, Joel and Jodie. Spent most of my career in magazines and newspapers, James. I'm still with Trader Media at the moment. I guess their best known brand is the car magazine Auto Trader.
Now, we had the opportunity to meet the first time when I did a seminar back in 2003, and I know that you were sharing with me a little bit about the impact that that's had on your life over the years and so on. Would you mind just sharing a couple of minutes with
James, if only I'd met you earlier in my career. I landed in Auto Trader in the summer of 2003, and I believe you came and did a seminar in the autumn of that year, so it was only a few months later. When I arrived in Auto Trader, I was given a region that was the worst performing centre in the UK at the time. Both in terms of revenue, in terms of volume, and it also had very high staff turnover, James, with a lot of people leaving and a lot of people very demotivated at that time. And you're well aware, but within 2 years, James, that particular region of Auto Trader was the best performing in the UK. And it didn't just stay there, it wasn't a one-season wonder. In 2005, 2006, 2007, it stayed the best performing centre in the UK. And it became known as the centre for real staff excellence. We didn't lose any of our best people for 4 years. And a lot of those people who were in North London Auto Trader at that time have gone on to have incredibly successful careers within Auto Trader and have grown as a result of a lot of the iMA language that we introduced back in early 2004. Fantastic.
Now, it didn't take 2 years in order for you to see those results, though, did it? I mean, you started to share with me the fact that you started to recognize things right after the first seminar as far as...
James, a lot of people in the room that day looked at themselves very quickly, and whatever age people were in that room, whether they were 20, 30, 40 or 50 years old, many people for the first time understood themselves. And I don't think, James, until you understand yourself, can you really understand how you want to receive communication and perhaps how you'd like to communicate with others. So the introduction of the iMA language and the colours was massive for people, both at work and in many people's home lives as well.
Well, I know it's been one of the joys of my career to have an opportunity to meet that entire group of people within Auto Traders, and we're still in very close contact today, as you know.
Yeah.
And so, David, I want to thank you for taking the time to chat with me, and I'll attach a link directly to your site, so I know after seeing this, a lot of people are going to want to know you more.
James, they need to embrace the iMA language. I'm absolutely convinced we could go into any business, and if they took it as seriously as we did in 2003, they would put 10% on their turnover within 3 months, James. It is the potential of it hasn't even really been tapped yet. So anyone out there looking at this video, get James in. He came into my life in 2003. I wish he'd come in 1983. Thank you, James.
Thanks so much, David.